morning, and things could be better right now. As you can see, it's decided to chuck it down with rain the second we check out, and went to the car to try and load stuff up, and now sort of soaked. Today's plan is to head to Metz to do the research day, but we'll have to see how the weather holds out there because I don't have an umbrella. Also, the plan is to hit the B500 through the Black Forest up to Browder, I believe. We do have a raincoat actually, but they're in the bottom of the car, which now has all of our stuff on top of it because we just threw everything in the boot. So we're going to try and wait for this rain to clear and see how today goes. So time to finally get underway. It's about 50 minutes or so to Metz, and it's 9:30 or so, so we should get plenty of time, but unfortunately it's definitely not a roof down kind of day, which is sad. We headed south out of Pétange, leaving the rain showers behind as we crossed over the French border, as you could hear from my dad. An easy Saturday morning motorway cruise took us past Elvis Presley in a trailer, before turning off towards the historic town of Metz to begin Inkay Research Day. Hello and welcome everybody to Metz in northeast France. We are doing Inkay Research Day in this town, and it is chock-a-block with stops, which is brilliant. So today is going to be a nice little 3-hour grind sesh, and to be honest, this little French town looks sensational, apart like the cathedral. If we have time, we could go in there. So, we've got less than a minute to go, but it's becoming obligatory. This is actually a legitimate clef key this time. French regional, caught in France, so we're collecting these across Europe it seems, which is nice, but we're going to wait for that old reset, hit the excellence on it, which is quite nice. 3 great throws already. Check number 1 is shiny! First check! Yes, very nice indeed. What a beautiful little shiny. Metz turned out to be a hidden gem of a town. Stunning architecture and scenes doused in French sunshine. An art installation of colours was set up around a fountain. However, I couldn't look into this further as we were here to catch shiny Inkay. By chance, we stumbled across the location of Metz's Botanical Gardens, which, again, I didn't have time to visit. The cathedral in Metz boasts the largest expanse of stained glass in the world, which certainly gives for good B-roll. That cathedral is something else, but as we walk past, I think that is the plinth sculpture of Jack something or other, which is where the car park's named after and stuff. The rain's going to come back down, so we need to get on the roads because we want to hit up the B500 to Browder through the Black Forest. I'd rather do that in the day than in the night. By the time we were leaving Metz, the rain had caught up with us in France. So we headed for the border with Germany, hitting up the scenic routes labelled on our maps towards the B500. Not realising how long this journey would actually take. Ladies and gentlemen, a small recap where we are. Well, soon we'll be heading into Germany, hitting the border. We'll be hitting up the B500 through the Black Forest, which will be sensational, but we've still got about half an hour until we get there. We're doing some nice scenic roads, as you've been seeing. It's been a beautiful day. Thank God we left the rain sort of in France and that section of Europe. Once over the German border, we pitted for fuel, only to realise that the prices of fuel in Germany were through where the roof would be were we not in a convertible. Finally, after over 4 hours on the road, we made it to the start of the B500. It was worth the late arrival. What followed was a switchback road up through the mountains surrounded by the Black Forest. With little traffic on the road, we could soak up the views. The B500 itself was a sweeping road snaking through more of the Black Forest. Our late arrival meant that we were hit with the sunset while siding through one of Germany's best driving roads. Certainly other motoring enthusiasts were enjoying the rises and falls of the road as daylight slipped away. Day gave way to night as we found the Autobahn through Germany. Another late hotel arrival was pretty much guaranteed, but just how late? This is how you know you're late. With an out-of-focus camera, look at that. They left an envelope on reception with our room and name on it because we're that late. 10 to 11 at night. Technically the check-in closed at 9. So we missed dinner entirely. Thank God we have waffles in the car. Now begins the edit process of Inkay Day. We left Metz at about 3:10, and then we got, as you saw, to the B500 maybe at like 7:20 or something.
The next morning.
Good morning, everybody. 9:30 on September the 4th, and I'm running on about 3.5 hours sleep due to editing until 3 in the morning and then waking up at God knows what time. So I won't be driving for the first bit today, I think. I'll give that honour to my dad. We should have some good stuff. We're going up, I can't remember the name of it, it's in the booklet, a big mountain via cable car, and hopefully looking at some castles and stuff as we head through Germany into Austria and then on to the final hotel where we'll be there for 4 days, because we're not doing the stupid thing of leaving until the last minute like yesterday where we arrived at 10 to 11. A nice fun day, and as you can see it's bright sunshine by the massively overexposed camera I've got. I need to correct that. German sunshine stuck with us as we hit up the Autobahn towards our first stop off for the day. So, filled up, finally. Small little petrol station, nice cheap fuel for once, which is good. But because it's Sunday, it's all machine operated. And the machine was not playing ball, even not just with us. So it wasn't just us being a bunch of cretins. Half an hour along this road to this castle, with some scenic views, stop off, check if there's a gym and a stop, and then we're going to cane it to try and get to this other high mountain that we can get the cable car up. And then we're going to be late to the hotel in Austria again, I can guarantee. Powered by more pricey German petrol, we snaked through towns by picturesque lakes and between mountains, heading for the castle. So we've made it to the bottom of the footpath going up to the castle. There's a little bit of Pokemon Go action, which is nice to see. As you can see, I think that gym that actually has a Deoxys on it is the castle. Possibly, maybe it's the one on the inside here, if it ever loads. I'm trying to click on one of the locations and it's not loading in because phone signal. I've got 3 bars though, should be fine. Well, we're walking up. castle in the background. Attack form Deoxys. A chance to get a shiny mythical at the top, almost at the top. The raid was active. We had 15 minutes remaining on it. Thank you, Michelle, jumping in. Attack form down. I don't remember the hundos for these things. I don't care. I don't care about them. 1396, I think from memory, is really bad. We've got the style point, as I think should be right in the Go Ultra Recon Squad. It's not shiny. Let's press on to the top. You don't want to watch me catch a Deoxys, who cares? Yes, I might have actually done a giraffe rig raid. It's the gym of the castle. I want the badge. Be the blue one. It was wishful thinking. I would quite like to be one of those paragliders, actually. You can see the paragliders in the distance. That's one way to view a castle from up there. Time to head back on the road. I'm in the driving seat again. Yes. And where the sodding hell are we going now? Zugspitze. We've probably butchered that pronunciation, but it is a
4742 north,
nearly 10,000 feet high. But it's got a cable car going up, and that's going to be an amazing place to hopefully get Cosmog. By complete chance, we'd linked up with some other MX5s on the trip for about 5 minutes. We then took a wrong turn around the top of a vast lake, adding journey time, but also more of the stunning scenery. We're here, just in time, I think. Look. Big, massive cable car. So, up we go. Fortunately, we were able to catch one of the final cable cars for the day. Costing north of €60 per ticket, the large cable car is the easiest and quickest way to reach the peak, 2,962 meters above sea level. Finally emerge from the thick clouds beneath the cable car station. We're here at the summit now. Whoa. The best news is there's plentiful phone signal and there's Pokestops and gyms. Oh my god. Bad news though, the camera's about to die and I have no spare batteries anymore. With the true summit there behind me, somebody, or maybe a few people, will be lucky enough to get this gift from nearly 10,000 feet high, which is really awesome, and there's even a gym. Would you believe it? We need to take this thing down because they can't survive in there. With the sun coming out, the summit in the background, and this astonishing view, I think it's time. Been blithering around for like a couple of days. Let's get Cosmog amongst the clouds 10,000 feet up. Something significant, you know. Now, start the encounter. Let's try and put it in AR mode. Cosmog 10,000 feet up. If only I could get you a little bit further out. Let's try and get it further out. Struggling to read it now, but of course it's being tricky. We'll get Silver Pineapple down on it. I think a Silver Pineapple might be sufficient. I'm going to try and move a bit closer to it since we actually want to get it with that view down there. That's sensational. and throw, miss an excellent, but it doesn't matter. Pokeball floating somewhere in the horizon, but Cosmog caught at the top of Zugspitze, I think it is, but registered to the decks. Nice. I love being able to do something like this, something significant. It's absolutely dreadful stats, as I always suspect with these research things. It's literally 71% middle finger, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't do it justice. Let's rename it. Caught to the top of Germany. Amazing. There's a viewing platform, we're going over here, but caught 3XL candy. I couldn't really ask for much more, to be honest. That's genuinely fantastic. And I'm still... Ooh, okay, next, it's only the first page of research, so I need to do some more. What else is next? 10 candies walking your buddy. Okay, I need to get on that. I'm not doing too much walking because it's a road trip, of course. Just like that, we have to go. Where are the stairs down? The stairs down. This way. Our late arrival meant we only had 30 minutes at the peak before we were hurried back down to the cable cars for the descent. Back down now, parking tickets sorted, and we were up there a few minutes ago. It's sort of blown my mind. Going up there and seeing the view and everything, it was just extraordinary. I'm so glad we came and did this. So glad, even though it might mean we missed dinner at the hotel again. For the third night in a row. I hope the views up there were extraordinary enough for you as they were for me, because genuinely a top moment of stuff I've done in my life. No shiny, wasn't really checking, I have to be honest, but you know, I don't really care for that moment, to be honest. You know, got the Cosmog at the top of the freaking mountain. That was insane. The top of Germany. To Austria we go via a petrol station to buy this toll ticket, Austrian driving road shenanigans. Still Matthew. We headed for Austria through the early evening, and that's going to wrap up this double travel day, as I didn't record an outro. There is so much more to come from our time in Austria, so hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Thank you to the Patreon squad as always, and do take care. So as you can tell by the very, very beautiful mountainous scenes, we're in Austria. We finally got here, and this is where we're going to be spending the next sort of 4 days, but just under an hour to the hotel now. We might actually make dinner, which is unbelievable. So roadworks, etc. It's all very much the same as Central Europe, but the scenes are real amazing. There's astonishing, astonishing scenes. We'll turn this around. We'll turn this around. We'll turn this around.